Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I've got a bit of a case study for you. This is a case study where we generated £337,000 on a 102,000 in ad spend for this year. So just over between the 1st of January and the 21st of July. So in this case study, I want to kind of share, even break down some of the results on the Facebook ad platform. I've broken it up into a few different sort of tabs. And I also just kind of want to go through the sort of process that we go through when it comes to actually generating these results. These are not huge numbers. This is a smaller brand that we got to work with. But it just kind of shows that when you have your ducks in order, that you can generate these kind of results. And look, they're a great brand. They have a great product. I would love to see them up the ad spend on this, on these campaigns, because I really do think that they've got a lot more potential. But anyway, let's dive right in. All right, guys. So you can see here that I have my Facebook Ads Manager open. Well, Byrne Media, you can see here on the side. All right, just at the very top there that we are in the Byrne Media Business Manager. So this is one of the accounts. And as I said before, these are results from January 1st of this year to the 21st of July, which was actually yesterday this year. So with that in mind, I just wanted to share. So here are, excuse me, here are the results, and here's some of the figures that we need to sort of look at. So the ad spend from this total period is just over 100,000, so 102,558. And the return on ad spend, the money that we've generated through the advertising, has been 337,000. So note straight away that this has absolutely been profitable from, from this whole period, okay, essentially. Some people worry that they're running these ads and selling the products online, and they can't seem to sort of make a return on ad spend. And it can be a challenge, but again, this doesn't work for everybody. This is the thing. When we take on a brand, we have to go through various different understandings of their performance in order for us to actually go in and say, hey, I think we can actually make this work profitably for you. Okay. There's various things. They have to have a good product. Their website has to be on point. There has to be some sort of an established brand already. And we just come in with our system then and put fuel on the fire, essentially. Okay. Maybe they're running ads already and they're not really happy with the ROI. In this case, these guys weren't. They dabbled with it, but we could see that there was so much potential from the content that they had, and they just weren't executing a strategy when it came to the likes of Meta. Okay. So again, this is very possible to be profitable on purchases with ads. Okay. And forget about the actual back end, which they do have in place as well. Like the email marketing and all the other things that they're doing right now, some of it, but we could maybe sort of improve that as well if we get our hands on it. So, but that's it. It's great to see. Let me just break this down. Oh, sorry. The money generated, of course, and then that is actually returning a 3.29, which is not so bad. We kind of aim between 3.5 to 4. This is pretty good, though. Again, it's very profitable. And in this period, according to Facebook here, 5,438 orders have been purchased, have been fulfilled through this period. And the cost per purchase has been £18 in this period. So let me just kind of break down the first 3 months. All right. So we were January, February, March. This can be a good time. Now, some people think that, oh, well, after Black Friday and Christmas, everybody sort of is exhausted. And that can be sometimes true. But we also believe there as well that from experience that January can be actually quite a good period as well. But it's offer heavy. Okay. So there is a bit of discounting involved and also to encourage sales. But, if you've stock that hasn't been shifting, this is a good time to do so. Okay. And then you've got February, which is like you can bank on Valentine's Day. And then you've got like March, which is we did a kind of a St. Patrick's Day kind of thing as well. So that all kind of accumulated for Q1, which actually turned out pretty well, as you can see, because we spent just under, okay, so 39,292. of an ad spend there and returned 123,776. Okay, so again, a ROAS there of just over 3.15. The total orders were 2,115. And again, the CPA was 1858, which is pretty good. Okay. Let's go into the next period here. 63,265 in ad spend, 213,248 of a revenue generated. Okay, the purchase conversion value, and the ROAS then again was 3.37. Total orders in this period was increased, of course, from the last period. This was a great period, as you can see, 3,323, and the CPA was just under £20. So we try and sort of keep it at that. So all in all, really good. I wanted to share those results first. I'm going to go into now the idea of what we do in terms of like the journey that if we're taking on a brand, this is what we do, just so to give people an idea. Then just to kind of get an idea about a lot of this has to do with running really good ads, okay? But there's also inefficiencies in the sales funnel that can be improved as well. Like the AOV can always be improved, which is coming up with better offers basically, and you can do that through the likes of looking at your competition and finding out what they're doing and replicating it and making it even a little bit better, but also doing a lot of customer research, and that is through your social media. That's why I say like it's important to have a brand that is a bit established to work with because they have a bit of traction already, and you can dig into their social medias, for example, trust pilots, or anywhere where reviews are being left, and you can kind of find nuggets where you're going to gather information and be able to sort of create good ads. Okay. So I want to break that down. I want to just share with you a little kind of some of our worksheet as well on how we sort of get information from the customer and what questions we ask in order to help us to understand the customer better, which helps us again to create better ads. And then I'm going to show you some ads, not necessarily from this account, but very much what we would use. These are kind of like some like go-to kind of formats that we would go with, whether that's working with an apparel brand, which this one is, food and beverage, for example, or even skincare, cosmetics, that kind of thing. So I'll show you some examples. I'll show you why they worked out, and we'll just go from there. So let's dive in. All right, so you can see here, I just wanted to build out a kind of an A to Z. Okay, I like doing these because it helps people to understand journeys. Okay, and certainly in this case, this is what we would do. We're a customer acquisition primarily to get customers, coming through the doors using paid ads, and that's got to be done profitably. That's kind of our offer essentially. Okay. And the customer retention, this is something that we really are getting more into. I'm trying to acquire more talent when it comes to the retention side of things. I know a lot about this myself, but I'm looking to sort of hire a couple of team members to actually look after the retention side of things, because that is just as important, if not better. When you're acquiring these customers, you need to make sure that you're nurturing relationships and actually selling to them again and branding to them and kind of getting them involved and actually building brand advocates, which is very important, of course. Okay, but let me just walk you through. So the A to Z journey, you're stuck at a certain, you come to us or we come to you or we get a conversation going, and you're stuck at a certain revenue level and you can't seem to be able to get past that, and you may not have the kind of talent at hand or the systems in place. So this is what we do. We can actually take you from where you're stuck to a desired goal, obviously depending on various metrics there, like your performance, the type of investment you want to put into the advertising, for example, and that kind of the ambitions that you have. So, well, essentially, we would look primarily, right, if you're running ads or not, it's all about the ads and getting attention and converting those ads into sales more efficiently. Okay, so as I mentioned previously, we need to be improving the ad copy and creative using proven formats, which I'm going to share with you a little later. Both video, image, even carousel ads as well, of course, on social media. And of course, getting a deep dive into the customer, like the research, their psychology, And again, that's done through looking at, maybe the likes of your social media. Okay. This in turn will writing good ads, creating good ads that are engaging, that have really good hook rates, and improving CTR will help lower your cost per acquisition. If you're lowering your cost per acquisition, it means that you're obviously increasing the margin based on the AOV. Okay, so that is our goal. So we would lower this, and then when we get this metric down, we can start looking at AOV and pushing that up as well. So obviously that is just going to help become more profitable on day one when you're acquiring customers. All right. The other thing then is we move down the funnel a little bit. Consider this as a sort of a sales funnel journey. Your ads, people are met with your ads, they land on your landing page, okay? And we want to help that landing page and sales funnel, which is the cart page and order confirmation, that kind of thing. We want to improve that, have it convert more efficiently, okay? So that means increasing the conversion rate of the landing page and the sales funnel, improving the average order value on transactions. And by doing this, you're going to help again increase the ROAS. Okay, we talked about average order value there, along with CPA, but also the conversion rate as well. If you're sending 1,000 people to your landing page, and let's say 150 of them convert, if you can even push that up by a 0.5 to 2% or even 2.5, obviously the same traffic that you're paying, but there's more obviously converting, and that is obviously going to help with your ROI. Okay. And then there's the post-purchase experience of leads and customers. This is where you're, purchasing, you're getting customers to purchase, obviously, or you're just acquiring leads through an opt-in. But that is all about, nurturing relationships at the end of the day. And we do that through content, which helps to sort of engage with, the customers or the leads that are coming in, building better bonds, and, giving a, getting a better experience, giving a better experience to your leads and customers. Okay. So then we look at the idea of customer retention and lifetime value, which is, for me, the holy grail of the lifetime value thing. You need to be focusing on that hugely. Okay. And of course, that is lifetime value is basically done through repeat engagement, making offers, repeat sales through the likes of email marketing, SMS. And we're trying to get into the idea of, again, I'm looking for talent as well for WhatsApp marketing too, because if you're getting phone numbers and you're able to sort of get in touch with your customers in an appropriate way through WhatsApp, I think that can be really helpful for their engagement, their open rates, their click-through rates, their actual engagement. And I find that like a fascinating kind of channel. So more on that later at some point down the line in terms of content. I'll share more about where I'm at with that. But also using gamification as well on social media or the likes of reward programs to help, build customer retention. That's essentially it. It's really a nurturing process, and we just go from there. Now, when we're taking care of all these things and they're looking good and we're scaling things up, there's a lot of customers coming through. There's a lot of repeat purchases and lifetime values being built. There's obviously a lot of orders going through. Okay, a lot of orders and a lot of kind of operational kind of logistical kind of maybe headaches that come into place. So this is where which is out of our scope, but we have, strategic partners that actually come in then to help with that. Okay. So we've, quite a lot of different connections on the likes of LinkedIn that run 3PLs. They're web developers. They do financial management. They deal with warehousing, shipping, that kind of thing, all to help that process become more efficient and become more cost effective. Okay. And that's what you need to start looking at, because when there's a lot of orders going out here, you really need to be making sure that you have somebody who's better than you in terms of knowing how to ship out more efficiently, more cost effectively. If you're doing things like this brand in particular, it doesn't just sell in the likes of the US or the UK. There's other areas and regions around the world that it sells to. And when it does get to that point where it needs something to be outsourced in terms of a 3PL, we know where to go. It's the same with web developers though as well. And like I said, warehousing, shipping inefficiencies. We also have a great contact that basically audits the shipping costs and actually finds better deals for you. Okay, so you actually get better, more bang for your buck when it comes to shipping. So that is kind of the journey. So let me just go through another file here very quickly, just to explain to you how we get information from the clients, customers, and learn the psychology and learn how to actually create, but not just better ads on the front end with the likes of Facebook or Meta or TikTok, for example, but actually even in the email as well, because obviously email you can re, uh, you can communicate through that channel. But again, knowing their pain points, their desires, their outcomes, their needs, their wants, obviously that can be used then in your copy in email. Okay, so all right, so here we are in a Google sheet that I've created, and you can see there's many different sort of tabs here, but I'm in the customer research and analysis tab here. And this is basically where we just learn more about the client's avatar. I mean, persona one, persona two, you can even be doing persona three. You normally have, a brand will normally have at least two to three customer avatars. And you need to sort of find out who they are. Sometimes they're different demographics, locations, wants, needs, that kind of thing. Um, and you need to learn how to know who they are, what they do, and what their pain points are, what their desires are, what their status is, all that kind of stuff. So let me just kind of go through again the name of this kind of group of people. We could call, say, young student who are aged this, typically male, not married, no children, occupation, day in the life. We find out what they do, okay, essentially, and what do they spend their money on, okay. And what does your product do to solve a problem, eradicate a pain point for this particular persona? Main reasons for purchasing your products. Okay, these are things that we have to fill out ourselves and actually get a good understanding of who we're dealing with here. Now, also too, as well, when brands actually come to work with us initially, first we send out a Google form and we ask certain questions to kind of give us a start off understanding of who we're dealing with here in terms of um, the customer. Okay. So the brand, again, because it's established and has a pretty decent understanding of who they're dealing with in terms of who they sell to, that again is information that we can use at the foundation to, roll out our own system and improve things from there. Okay. So just things like main objectives for not purchasing the product, for example, main reasons for purchasing the product. Yeah, again, what did they spend their money on and that kind of stuff. And also here, we also ask questions about the brand. These are some of the things that you'll find in the actual Google form I just mentioned there. What does your ideal customer look like? What do they act like? What do they spend their money on? What's the social status? What problems and desires that your brand solves for them? Who do they follow online? Sort of influencers and maybe celebrities, that kind of thing. Why do they buy your product? And asking maybe 3 to 5 reasons on that. What sort of feeling are you trying to deliver on as a brand? I think that's a really, really important question because people at the end of the day, what they're doing is they're really buying feelings. They're looking to feel better or feel a certain way, okay, when they purchase this, whether that's curing boredom or looking good. There's a feeling behind every purchase, okay? So again, just things like, what does your ideal customer not look like? Okay, we need to find out who we shouldn't be targeting, okay, which is highly important too as well. So if anyone needs or wants this, by the way, I can actually give you this document here, and you can take a look at this particular tab here, which will help you in terms of learning more about how we process when we kick things off, essentially, and the information that we're sort of looking for. Now, again, when we're looking for information, then we go to the likes of maybe their Trustpilot or their Instagram comments on certain posts to get an understanding of certain dialogues that their prospects or customers are actually using. Even their Facebook page, people leave reviews there. That's obviously very important. We can check that out too. You can actually survey people as well. We actually do that here. I'll just give you a few typical questions here. We have a survey that we actually send out. Maybe sometimes if we need that just a little bit more information, will send out a survey to their customers, and there might be an incentive based on that, which will help encourage people to fill out. I mean, it's literally 5 minutes of a form, but some of the questions: what is the one thing we could add to your product collection that would improve serving you better, and why? What do you wish we could do but we can't? Uh, how can you help provide more value to you as a customer? How can we help provide more value to you as a customer? Explain what you like, dislike about our products. This is all really invaluable information. It's not just for why people purchase, but it actually gives you information on product development. So things that you never maybe thought about making, to enhance the experience of what they're looking for in terms of the feeling that they're getting. You can actually go ahead and find these answers and get intelligence and find out, hey, we should really maybe focus on this because this is something that they're looking for. Maybe we could create something as a new product. Okay. And this is obviously invaluable information. So yeah, again, if anyone needs this, by all means, I will definitely share this with you. All right, I'm gonna finish off this video by talking about some ads, okay, and formats specifically that we would use. Now, I'm going to use different examples here, but just to sort of show you the social proof as to why these things work so well. Let's take a look at this here, Flavor God, for example. Now, this was running a ridiculous 1,124 days, and according to Foreplay, which is the tool that we use, it's still running, which is incredible. Okay, so that obviously tells you that this is money that they're spending on this ad seems to be converting for them. Okay, and that's great. So it's got a great headline. I think double the value, triple the taste. Okay, nice little hook. Okay, I like their use of the emoji green ticks here. Just kind of shows off benefits essentially as to why it's good. And you can see here then there's a kind of a bit of a call to action, or at least you can click on this link here. Check out our #1 selling combo pack. And this is called the us versus them. Okay, so double the taste, triple the, that's essentially their sort of catch, right? So you're getting more value with Flavor God rather than the other options that are out in the market. So this is just a very good example of an us versus them. And you can see here that this is obviously running, continuing to run after all this time. So there's absolutely money being made here on that ad. So the next one is always something that I bring up. It's the before and after. I know this can be used on the cosmetic space, but it's also used as well in things like health, and it's also used in things like maybe food and beverage and that kind of stuff as well. Okay, depending on the nature. But you can see here, before and after, without wrinkle cream, wrinkle smoothing cream, and then after 60 minutes. Okay, so the before and after. Okay, these ads work really, really well. Okay, say goodbye to wrinkles and hello to smooth. So say hello to this pain point and hello to this pleasure point. Okay, youthful looking skin by this brand. So don't let wrinkles get in the way of your confidence. Okay, because wrinkles obviously do maybe damage some, maybe sort of someone's confidence, for example. So they know that they know who they are addressing when it comes to their ad, and they know the sort of pain points and the desired outcomes that the audience is looking for. So this is a pretty decent ad, I've got to say. It ran 358 days. So clearly that was a winner there. Okay. So next up is BioTrust Nutrition. Now, one of the videos I did previously was about BioTrust and their sales funnel on their website. I broke that down in extensive detail, but this is one of the ads that we're running. Again, over 200 days, 236 days. So that really tells you there that this was a pretty good winner here. This isn't your ordinary collagen, save up to 71%. So they're hitting you with an offer straight away as well. You won't believe how easy it is to boost your collagen. So people sort of struggle with this, but this particular supplement here is gonna make it a lot easier for people to increase their intake on collagen. And again, they have this really attractive offer here at the moment as well. Great use of emojis. You can see that there is the benefits to using this collagen here. And, order today, free shipping, 60-day money back guarantee, part of the offer that you see at the top here as well. Okay. And a nice little kind of image creative here where, complete 5 collagen protein. These are the sort of, again, the benefits. I kind of talked about sort of benefit stroke feature point out ads. This is kind of in that sort of same nature here, but a very good ad nonetheless. And as you can see, it ran for quite a long time. And I'm sure that ad was quite successful for them. So next up, we move over to Paka here. And this ad here was running 134 days. And this here is, again, showing out some of the benefits of using this. But you'll see here, okay, so this super soft alpaca fiber apparel made for the outdoors. Okay, so this is what it's for. And it's got this unique mechanism, if you want to call it, right? That is lightweight, fast drying, premium threading, and breathable fiber. Okay, so this is what people might be essentially looking for when they're in the outdoors. But this is a simple testimonial ad, and I spoke about this in a previous video as well. What I like about this, it just, again, it's the headline here: lightweight, breathable, soft on your skin. So this is quite, it's showing the sort of the benefit of using this apparel, and it's a simple testimonial where it's like, I'll admit I wore it to sleep and the entire next day. You can't deny the coziness. So this is showing that this particular apparel, this garment here, is very comfortable to wear, very cozy, and it's hard to take off. So if anyone is looking for that kind of desired outcome, then they're going to be at least intrigued to click on the ad and see what they have to see what's post ad based. Okay, so again, quite a good ad. 134 days it ran. I do speak about the idea of having good testimonial ads, whether that's image or video. Some are not so good, some are pretty good. It's important to make sure that you're kind of talking about a good desired outcome, and kind of maybe go into a little bit more in depth about that. But this is pretty decent. Okay, so last up on my list here is from Power Gummies. Okay, I found this a pretty good ad as well. This ran under 90 days. Okay, but again, what I liked about this is it's like a features sort of point out ad here where how to reduce hair fall. So avoid harsh treatment on chemicals, have good night's sleep, include biosupplements in your diet, and switch to a wooden comb. So this simple, easy changes that can change your hair game for the better. And no need to thank us because we have a friend in need is a friend. A friend in need is a friend indeed. While we're pretty sure that you are already aware of these tips, how many can you need to follow? So again, it's what this actually really is a top of funnel awareness, educational type of ad. Okay, so it's not they're not making an offer. They're basically just saying, hey, it's almost like an organic post where somebody's posted up and tried to just educate you, break down on this solution. Okay, and if you want more information, you can go here and shop now. Okay, but very much more of a quick sort of educational type of ad, and I think these things work really well because it just brings awareness and intrigues people to actually click on the ad. Again, this ran for just under 90 days, but I like these type of educational type content ads because not everyone, it's always good to sort of mix up your sort of your strategy where it's not necessarily offer based, but on top of funnel, but actually more of a educational type of piece of content. So that's it, guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed the case study today where we went over some figures and we went over some processes and we went over some examples of ads. So if you need some help with this, if you are a brand doing anywhere between 250 and 300,000 a year and you're looking to hit 100,000 a month or even multiple millions, okay, or even into 8 figures, depending on the likes of your product and your investment and the sort of scale that we could actually potentially get for your brand. Do get in touch. I want you to sort of get in touch, hit me up on the DMs or touch base with Dode, who is our growth advisor at Byrne Media here. And if you are in need of talent and systems, we can help you implement that into your business and help you grow. So that's it, guys. Thank you for your time. I'll talk soon.